I love how Ghost Sister started off as a meme and kind of like a maxi and a home, and now it's winning events left and right. The thing about the card is that it sucks in online simulators like Eater Pro or Dueling Book because there is basically infinite time, but it's completely different in real life where there is actual time pressure. Yeah, sure, life points are a resource, but unlike in the anime, they are rarely an accurate representation of who's actually winning the game. You could have 20k more life points than your opponent and still be in a complete losing position. With that said, Ghost Sister has practical uses that makes it among the top cards that you can play in your deck. Especially when we factor in the existence of time rules in real life and how even having one more life point than your opponent can make the difference between winning and losing. The thing is though, Ghost Sister might be more than just a time card. As a matter of fact, I realized that European players have been treating the card as a real hand shop. What I mean to say is, even with like 20 minutes left on the clock, people would still be citing Ghost Sister going second. And the truth is, this does make quite a lot of sense considering the fact that most combo decks can take upwards of like 10 minutes to finish their turn 1 board. So even then, you would pass with 10 minutes left on the clock while giving probably around 25,000 life points to your opponent. I mean, have you seen the finals of Euros? Esteban literally got 20k life points off of one single Ghost Sister, meaning that Julio needed like 3 battle phases or even 4 to kill him. Not to mention the time that it takes to get all that damage on the board. And the worst part is, Julio was playing actually really fast. He knew what he was doing. So imagine if you're stressing out and you take even more time because of the pressure. Also, some endboards are so busy focusing on making interruptions that they barely have enough monsters to present lethal after they're done with their turn 1. For example, your opponent is probably going to be giving you 6,000 life points off of summoning like a 2-material Appaloosa because of all the link climbing required. And even to summon just like an 800 attack IP Masquerena, you're probably gaining almost 3,000 life points because of all the other bodies needed to summon it. This puts your opponent in a position where he's gonna be most likely panicking on turn 3 and he's gonna play as fast as possible to summon as many high attack monsters as possible. Since time is against him and also life points are unfavorable to him, he's also prone to misplaying or just playing into blowouts completely. Either that or your opponent just goes for a super small board and just gives you like minimal life points. I mean, that's exactly what Ghost Sister ended up doing when it was used by Esteban in top 4 against Samuel. There were roughly 15 to 16 minutes when Ghost Sister was dropped against Samuel in top 4 and he still chose to go for IP pass with Divine Temple. Now, do you realize what Ghost Sister is really doing here? The card is basically behaving just like Shifter. No, seriously, IP pass with Divine Temple is exactly what the deck always used to do when it was getting hit by Shifter. And now it just does the exact same when it gets hit by Ghost Sister because the deck just takes way too long to play. And I say the deck, but honestly, almost every deck nowadays just takes like 10 minutes to finish their combo. Sometimes hand traps can make the turn last even longer because your opponent has the extenders to push through them, and extra time has to be used just to think about all the lines. Not to mention that a lot of players have the terrible habit of shuffling their deck every single time they go into it, which is so annoying. Huge waste of time, by the way. I only recommend shuffling your deck once you're done searching, because otherwise you're seriously gonna accelerate going into time every single round. Time management is kind of what you can consider a skill in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm reluctant to consider it a full-fledged mechanic. My reasoning behind that is due to the fact that time is something that has to be managed by both players, but can be heavily influenced by only one player. This isn't like chess where player B, for example, does not get penalized if player A takes too long to play. In Yu-Gi-Oh, as long as you're not slow playing, you can technically take like 50 minutes for one turn. This isn't what I can consider fair game because it turns cards like Ghost Sister much better than what they're supposed to be. And honestly, even without slow playing in mind, Ghost Sister can still punish players unjustly. It's sad to say, but decks being complex and taking a long time to navigate is almost just a part of the game nowadays. You're almost rewarded for playing a brain-dead deck with little to no decision trees with a card like this around. Again, I don't think this is good for the game, but to be fair, Ghost Sister isn't the root of Yu-Gi-Oh's problems. If anything, Ghost Sister did nothing wrong, but just proves that a lot of things about Yu-Gi-Oh are wrong. So first, time rules are awful and need to be changed. Easier said than done, I know, but if you have any good ideas, let us all know in the comment section. And second, decks take way too long to navigate and play, and the game kinda just feels like solitaire. And that takes away a lot of the interaction from the game. So what I say is, Ghost Sister is a perfect reflection of how healthy the format is. If Ghost Sister is ban-worthy in a given format, we have a problem. Otherwise, if Ghost Sister is maxi at home and does jack shit, then the format is good. Currently, Ghost Sister is definitely what I want to consider worth banning, which speaks volume on how flawed the current metagame is. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.